All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BaHaSham, Yahawashi, BaHaSham, Rawchaa, Qadash. Double honors to my apostles and elder bishops here in GreatMillStone who rule well. Salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect scattered abroad. I'm the brother Taz of War from the GMS New Jersey camp. And just here with a quick video. I haven't even watched it yet. You know, I said, let me click the button. This is Dabu. All right, another report. So the title is "What is Going On? Strange cloud blanket covers land." So the first thing that came to my mind is the signs in the heavens, but I don't know what's going on, so we're gonna click the video and see what's going on. But that's the first thing that came to my mind, the signs in the heavens. You know, yeah, strange things are supposed to happen. The water, Yahawah, BaHaSham, Yahawashi, because we are in those days, the last days, the end of days, which is an end of a world, all right, an end of a rulership, an end of an age, all right, according to Ecclesiastes, what's that, 1:8 or 1:4, it said the earth abides forever. So this means when when the scriptures go into the end of the world, all right, it's not talking about the entire globe, onklamine, the whole entire world, all right, the earth itself. It's talking about actually an age and rulership, all right. One people who had power lose power, and another people come into power, all right. 2nd Esdras 6 tells us that Esau is the end of the world, Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So we know who's going to lose and we know who's going to win. The kingdom of heaven right here on the earth is for the Lord's people, all right, and the earth is going to be made perfect through the Lord's people, okay, starting with our Lord Yahawashi, who's very compassionate and very passionate about his people, all right. So anyway, without further ado, let's play the video. You got a lot of demons out here.
They asked me for a mailing address. I said, listen, if you shut up.
This is a video I've meant to do for the last few weeks, actually. I'm going to show you something, and I want to know what you think. I can't be the only one that's noticed this. I can't be. But where are all the insects? Let me just show you this. Just hold on a minute. I don't know whether you can see this. I got a bit of glare on the screen, so I can't really be sure whether you're going to see it properly. This is a buddleia, yeah? All the lovely flowers on it. These are butterflies and bees' favourites. I mean, normally there's bees and butterflies on these all the time. I haven't seen one this year, not one. There's a few flies about, but nothing like there should be. I mean, milking people will know this. In this time of year, they're absolute pain in the fucking arse in the pile of the flies. But look, there's nothing on there. There's a few flies knocking about, but nothing like there should be. What do you think? Well, I was looking at the cows yesterday in the yard. I mean, it was a crap day yesterday. There is open cloud today, but yesterday it was just overcast. It was warm, but just under that blanket that we've had all bloody summer. I mean, the grass growth is fucking awful. I've actually opened the silage clamp yesterday because I just barely got any grass. I've put a load of slurry out. We're going to get rain again, but what do you think? Conspiracy? Is it from them spraying chemicals in the atmosphere, changing the...
Well, what comes to my mind is a famine, all right, a famine. You know, the lack of resources, the lack of certain things. You know, that's what just pops in my mind. You know, you don't see the bees, you don't see the butterflies, you don't see insects. Something is going to happen. You know, like sometimes when you catch the moon at its lowest and it's blood red, more than likely some type of that's a sign. Some sort of destruction is either coming or it's happening in the world. When you don't see the insects and things like that, that means something major is probably going to come down the pike. Something dealing with nature, which is from Yahawah, BaHaSham, Yahawashi. So that's what just pops in my mind. So let's continue the video.
Well, I don't know. What do you think? But I can't be the only one that's noticed that there are no bloody insects about. I haven't seen one bee, not one bumblebee this year. It dawned on me a few weeks ago. I thought, we've normally got loads of bumblebees knocking around here, and bees. And even the wasps. I mean, wasps. But there's nothing about. It's not good. Something is going on. Definitely, there is something happening.
And this gentleman is correct. This is going to affect everyone big time. There's something massive going on. And it's tied into the geoengineering of the weather warfare, if you will. And sometimes it doesn't come in the form of storms, hurricanes, and tornadoes. It can come in the form of drought and just deceptive measures that they're using. He mentions a very dark cloud or an ominous cloud bank that seems to have been sitting on top of them this whole time. And there's no bees. Guys, he has not seen one bee. One bee. Are people paying attention to the surroundings? Roll call. What's it looking like in your neck of the woods? You guys seeing butterflies, bees? How's the grass doing? What's the air quality? Let me know. Chime in the comment section. Let me know if you're having difficulty growing things, because I'm hearing this from a ton of farmers. And it raises the question, what is going on big time here?
All right, so, a little bit earlier, I just saw another video from Dabu. And it kind of relates to this video here, so I'm gonna put it in the motion of this video, and this should be a very quick video. All right, so let's see what we get.
What's up, guys? D7 back at you. I want to talk a little bit about engineered famine. It looks like it's happening. It's been happening for some time. Weather manipulation, engineering of the whole thing, but we're seeing a lot of things start to align that kind of shows that crunch time's about to hit us big time. And what I mean by that is the whole situation with the farmers. I had a lot of people just chime in on the last video about their neck of the woods, about if they're seeing butterflies, if they're seeing bees. And I noticed from the comment section that there's people out there that are either seeing them in abundance, kind of like my neck of the woods. You'll see butterflies flying around, just seeing a bumblebee. They're out here in abundance. But in my area, I know that we have designated pollinator zones. I don't know if you guys have those in your neck of the woods, but those pollinator zones help to feed the ecosystem and make sure that the butterflies and the bumblebees stay alive and they can do their job, because obviously without them, everything will collapse. We're hearing about people saying that there's none in their neck of the woods. That's concerning. Even though I have colony people around me that like do bees and all that stuff and have hives, there's been reported losses. And they've even been trying to go around to other properties to try to build up these zones just to try to counter all the loss that's happening. Now, I also have people that have stated that they run colonies in other states. Arkansas, for instance, had people chime in saying that half of their colonies have died. Half of their hives have been wiped out. They've talked to other people in the area, and they've seen similar things happen. And they were like, if it's that bad in their neck of the woods, how bad is it everywhere else? This could be targeted. We're talking about ticks being dropped off en masse. on farms all across the place. And people are flipping out. Again, when I look at the comment section of the most recent video, people are either seeing something or they're kind of not seeing much of anything. So it's like one or the other. You're either in an area where you have an abundance of these and you're really not worried about it because you're seeing them. But I would be concerned when you've got farmers out there chiming in saying that they're not seeing nothing on their farms. And I know every state's different, every area is different, but it's happening in mass. And it seems this whole thing is engineered. Let's look globally. What's going on here? Trump's got the Strait of Hormuz all held up and all that. That's causing a supply crunch here that affects everything. It affects absolutely everything. It's just now getting to the point to where people are going to start to notice. And there's no end in sight here in terms of that war front or him opening up Hormuz. They keep talking about it, but it's a carrot on a stick that helps them drag the whole thing out while they pull off theatrics like the White House Correspondents' Dinner and all the stage crap that happened there. It's a whole nother story I'll be covering on the live stream tonight. Make sure to join me and let me know if you guys are seeing colonies getting wiped out in your areas. And I would have a plan. I would really start green thumbing it this year. Getting some chickens going, getting something going. You'd be surprised, a handful of chickens can keep you and your family alive in a crisis situation.
So, what comes to mind, and I'm going to leave it with this scripture. This is a very quick video, is the book of 2nd Esdras 9. It says, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest parts of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So strange things like this happening, whether it's, E doing some sort of using weather weapons to manipulate the heavens, it's going to mess up the course of nature, and that's going to cause error. All right, so the Most High is going to bring forth in judgment for the error. All right, and this is the end. This is the end, man. Everything is really, headed into the direction of destruction. So these things are happening, right? So it says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people. So strange things are happening that will cause uproars of the people. All right, let me finish up here. It says, verse 4, Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So this means that the end, all right, was already written from the beginning. So we're just seeing it come to pass. I'm pretty sure other more extreme, strange things is gonna happen soon. Things you can't explain, right? So it says, for like that is all made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. So really, it's, not to be spooked, because the Lord didn't give us the spirit of fear, all right, but the spirit of faith. Is that in our reality, this is just the end, and the end is manifesting. It's all coming to an end. That's why these things are happening. Everything is changing its course. Everything is out of order. All right, E is heightened up with his pride. He has using his weapons of technology, witchcraft, black magic, and it's messing up the earth. It's messing up everything. So it's going to bring it to its end. So it says, for like that is all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. All right, so every time it says, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder, right? Plain beginnings and wonder, you wondering, right? And powerful works, right? It says, and that's that dramatic, the Lord powerful works. He dramatized something to be All right, Salakia, I had got a little bit of tongue-tied, but the Lord, in that powerful works, he dramatized a situation. All right, he it says powerful works. You know, he bring forth that power, his power, and he dramatized a situation to make points, to edify you. All right, on all levels, not just to the Lord's chosen people, but you know, giving a sign to the heathen. Okay, when situations are happening, the Most High is visiting this earth in which he made, because this is his end. This is the end. It says, and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. So the end is gonna be manifest with signs. Okay, effects, things that's gonna affect you, things that's going to come to pass, things that's going to come to light, and then these are signs, right? It says, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby you have believed. All right, so that's basically it. I'm gonna keep it short. Wanted to do this video here with Dabu mentioning what's going on. Strange cloud blanket covers land, no bees, no butterflies, you know. So Lord willing, I hope you continue to pray, the hopeful elect, hope you continue to pray Yahawashi, that he bring these things to pass, so that the beginning of Jacob, or the kingdom of Jacob, can come in. You know, that means we getting delivered. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BaHaSham, Yahawashi, BaHaSham, Rawchaa, Qadash. Double honors to my apostles and elder bishops here in GreatMillStone who rule well. Salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect scattered abroad. Shalom.